Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Raving with Rua here on my YouTube channel called Songs from the Rua Room, which is dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond. And you're all very welcome back. It is the 13th of April, Easter Monday, today. And as always, it's great to see you here. We have some live viewers, as always. It's lovely to see you. If you are watching on YouTube, let us know where you are and drop us a comment. By all means, please hit that subscribe button as well. It helps me build the channel and get the songs out there. If you're watching on Facebook, you can follow us along here as well at the Rua Room, and all links to the Rua Room there on the website, theruaroom.com. My PayPal link is down there in the description below as well. If anybody would like to donate to the show, keep it floating, you're very welcome to do so. You can also visit the shop. We've got t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of goodies in the Rua Room shop, so feel free to check that out as well. Today's stream is always brought to you by the wonderful people at G Sharp Guitars there at gsharpguitars.com, the world's finest travel electric guitars. Check them out down there. They're over in Kansas. It's a Norwegian invented instrument, gorgeous thing. Check them out, G Sharp Guitars. So about a year ago anyway, I was over filming a few songwriters in Ireland, and I was talking to a dear friend of mine called Charlie McGettigan, and he said, you gotta check out this great songwriter by the name of Gillian Tuite. And I said, okay, I will. And lo and behold, a few days later, I was recording her singing her song in Dublin. And she's very kindly agreed to be on the show today. So we'll go over to Old Castle in County Meath. I think that's where she is today. Please welcome to the show the wonderful Gillian Tuite.
Hiya,
There
how
she
are
is.
you?
Hello, Gillian.
Thanks for having me on.
Great that you're here. How are you doing? How are you doing in these lockdown times?
I'm good. I suppose when you play music, you're never going to be bored anyway, that's for sure. So just trying to use the time as best I can while also, taking a breath, which is
Yeah,
important.
which is very important
Yeah.
as well. Are you in Old Castle now? Are you in County Meath?
Close by in County Meath, yeah, yeah.
Close by
So it's
County
lovely to be
Meath.
in the countryside. Yeah, yeah. So really enjoying just having a bit of nature and yeah, just taking some time out, making sure to go for walks and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That
very
you don't always
important.
get to, always don't always get time to do. So yeah.
No, no, of course it's very important to get outside and to take some air, and we have to obviously try to avoid other humans. That's the plan right now, isn't it, in lockdown times? But
Yeah.
but people need to remember to get outside and get some air and walk
Yeah, for
walk
sure.
around a bit, even if you have to walk through a town and dodge the police. Try and do that. You know. But you're very welcome to the show. We
Thanks.
were the last time we met. We were in Dublin. We were recording your song, Anyone But You. We were doing a little rural room
Yeah.
rambles, which was great. And of course, you worked with the great Charlie McGettigan, and you're writing with Charlie these days.
Yeah, yeah, it's been amazing. And we have quite a few songs written now together. One of them I've recorded, The Way You Smile, which I think we might be talking about later. But he was a big influence of mine when I was starting out playing. So I was really into his fingerstyle guitar. So it's been a bit of a thrill to get to know him and play with him for
Yeah,
sure.
Charlie being a big thing, of course. Maybe even more so we can talk about him in front of his face if he's if he's sort of behind his back. Yeah, Charlie's great. He's doing a great work on the radio station, and he's always been there promoting songwriters such as you and and everyone else.
Yeah,
Of course, of course I love his playing style as well. He's just a great songwriter and guitarist.
yeah, he really is. Yeah,
He really
yeah.
is. And of course, then our other kind of common denominator, we didn't know till recently, was a fella I spoke to here a couple of live streams ago, Tom Yutz in Nashville. How did that
Yeah,
arrangement come about? How did you get to meet Tom?
well, I've actually been going back and forth to Nashville a little bit over the last few years. Supposed to be there around now,
Oh,
but let's
really?
not talk about that.
Uh-oh.
But no, I'll make another trip soon. But I'd always wanted to go there, and I just fell in love with it the minute I did. So I've been making kind of frequent trips to write, and I actually saw Tom play. He was performing at my friend Dana Cooper's album launch, and Dana had recorded his latest few albums with Tom as well.
Hmm.
And then I was at the Belfast Nashville Songwriter Festival, where I think you met Tom as
The
well.
same place, yeah.
And I was my first time at the festival, and I was just kind of trying to pack in as much as possible because it's such a great event. I wandered into a room, and I was halfway through the gig, and I was like, this guy's guitar playing sounds so familiar. So I was kind of proud of myself. I recognized him by his guitar playing.
Wow.
And then all the pieces fit together. So I ended up talking to him as well, and then he mentioned if I was ever, coming over again to record in Nashville, that he'd be up for it. So that's what ended up happening then. So all the pieces aligning, I suppose, at the same time.
Yeah, and what did you actually end up recording with him? Was it a song, or was it a full?
We did
full album, or?
three tracks actually, so it'd be on the way towards an album. So my aim would be on a future visit to finish that off. Hopefully, maybe the end of the year. My ticket is open until then, so.
Oh, is it? Did you
Yeah.
manage to get that? You'll still be able to fly back
Yeah.
when things calm down, will you?
Yeah, so they just left it open until the end of this year. So if all goes well and everything is back up and running, I can just book another trip when I'm ready to do so. Yeah.
Okay. And a little bit about your songwriting process. Do you prefer these days to kind of write alone or with other people, or do you find it very different? I mean, when you do that.
It's quite different. Yeah, like I suppose a lot of the time I start on guitar myself when I'm writing, and maybe coming up with something on the guitar that inspires me, or a line, or maybe both fit together. And the thing about writing with other people is it's just good to bounce ideas back and forth. It's not as solitary, I suppose. You can cut out some of the voices in your own head that might stop you from progressing.
Yeah.
So it is nice to have somebody else there. So both ways, really. I've learned a lot from working with other people for sure. So I suppose then I can take those lessons back when I'm writing by myself.
Yeah, and when you do write alone, as you said, it was for me. It's always lyric first, and then looking for guitar parts around it, or melodic parts. But are you kind of the opposite, or is it a bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, I think. Like if I have an idea for a line or a theme, and then I kind of maybe I'll start singing that one line, or I'll have a guitar piece that works, and I might start in the middle and then build the song around the idea.
Yeah.
You
Do you
know.
play other instruments?
I started playing the violin, but I'm at a very, very beginner stage. But to be honest,
Yeah.
there's just so much to do with guitar. Like I haven't been writing so much in the last few weeks, but I've been playing a lot of guitar and discovering different styles, working more on instrumental type guitar, doing some Merle Travis type playing, and then I had a bluegrass guitar lesson the other night with a
Yeah.
lady in California. So
Wow.
it's just kind of endless. So I just
But it's
enjoy the
great.
guitar so much.
Yeah, it's great that you can actually kind of hook up with people all over the world and go, show me something.
Yeah.
Like on the web. It's great. As you said, it's a never-ending quest, really, isn't it, to better yourself as a guitarist? And
Yeah.
it's lovely we can do it with the internet.
I know. There's just a wealth of information out there. So yeah, it's just making the most of it.
Yeah, I love it. Tell me a little bit about the first song we're going to play. Something we should try. Lovely video as well, and gorgeous song.
Yeah, this song means a lot to me. I wrote it with Fred Kohler in Nashville. Fred's a really established writer there, and I got to know him through one of my favorite songwriters, Buddy Monlock. So Buddy introduced me to a few people that he knew there, and it kind of snowballed. So myself and Fred wrote the song upstairs in his secondhand bookshop in Nashville, which is a really cool, magical place. And I recorded it with Tom. And then I was really delighted. This actually featured on the RT One Recommends playlist about this time last year. So that was a really exciting time. Yeah, amazing to hear yourself on the radio. It's just crazy.
And especially on Irish radio, yeah, it's not so easy to get for Irish artists to get on Irish radio, I believe, these days. But you've probably been luckier than I have.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, I guess, like everybody is. But I mean, I don't. Yeah, probably comes down to luck. I'm not quite sure.
Well, of course, yeah, but then again, your songs are great, so
thank you.
From that. I mean, that's obviously the main reason you got played on radio, of course. But let's have a listen to this, folks. It's all of Gillian's songs are fantastic. This is just one of them, and it's called Something We Should Try, and I love it.
morning I've had something on my mind, just a simple thing I'd like to know. Do you feel the way that I do when I watch you go? And again tonight, as we say goodbye, a moment's hesitation that we can't deny. I might say I'm used to waking up alone, but I need somebody like you to make this house a home. Just a fireplace and a floor that shakes when the train goes rolling by. I can picture you in this quiet room, sitting right here by my side. Oh, don't you think it's something we should try? Could I be the one that you come home to? Always hoped I'd find myself someone just like you. We can close the door, we can leave the world outside, and listen to that whistle blow somewhere in the night. Just a fireplace and a floor that shakes when the train goes rolling by. Picture me and you in this quiet room, here together side by side. Oh, don't you think it's something we should try? Just a fireplace and a floor that shakes when the train goes rolling by. Guess I always knew there'd be room for two. Don't you think it's time we tried?
Pure class, Gillian.
Thanks very much.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about the musicians involved in that production, if you can remember.
Oh yeah,
Did
sure.
you say
Yeah,
Tom
of
was
course.
involved?
So he produced the recording, and he's also playing guitar and singing back vocals on
That's
the
Tom
song.
Yutz, by the way,
Yeah.
folks. Yeah.
Mark Fain is on bass, Lynn Williams on drums, and Justin Moses on fiddle, and they're all Nashville-based musicians. So,
Beautiful stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. It must be some buzz to have all that amazing sound behind your voice.
yeah, it really is, and the close connection to some of the music I would have, been really inspired by, say for Alison Krauss, for instance. It's kind of mind blowing.
Yes.
But yeah, the video as well was like my vision for the story. This I really learned a lot about the story aspect of songwriting from Fred in Nashville, and I could see it play out in my head, the story of the song, and see the story unfold. So I worked with a Dublin company called One Productions, and they had kind of bring the vision to life, I suppose. So you can kind of follow it through.
Yeah. And is that the real boyfriend in the video?
No.
No.
I've been asked that so many times. I can't even believe it. No,
a stunt double.
He's an actor named Ian McAvoy. He did a really good job pretending.
He did. He looked very in love. He did. He did a great job.
I'm Irish. Like, I'm going to go totally red.
You are.
Very
Me
easily,
too.
so.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, stop it. Go away, Rua. Stop annoying me. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about music in your youth. I mean,
Yeah.
were you a musical family, or was it traditional Irish music, or was it a lot of singers or songs?
No, not so much, I suppose, traditional Irish, although I would have been aware of it, but I suppose maybe it wasn't as prevalent where I grew up. But my parents listened to a lot of American country music in particular, so they had a big collection. So I would have listened to the Eagles and Garth Brooks, the Carpenters, people like that, I guess. And then when I started playing guitar, I suppose I kind of I changed direction a little bit maybe when I started playing fingerstyle guitar. So I did start playing when I was 10. I suppose at that stage I would have been just wanting to play whatever was on the radio, but it got me started. And then when I started playing fingerstyle guitar, I suppose I was going backwards to find Simon and Garfunkel and people like that who really wrote in that style. So
And
that was.
have you got brothers and sisters?
I do have one of each. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're younger than me.
Did they play or sing or any
well,
kind of?
My brother plays the drums. My sister dances, but no, I'd be the only one really that plays music. I don't really know where it came from. But
so if I and then of course college happened. You have a law degree.
Yeah,
and
I
did
do.
you just jack it in and say like, okay, now I'm going to Nashville now, and because I know you went to Ballyfermot at Rock College.
Yeah,
but I assume you got the degree first, yes, and then.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm trying to think back when I was in school. I suppose I worked really hard. I think maybe I'm just a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, so I just kind of threw myself into schoolwork at the time, and then I wanted to, I don't know, use it, or I felt like I wanted to do something in college, but I always kind of said to myself, okay, if I work really hard, then my reward will always be to do a short music course after the degree, you know. And then I was just exhausted, really, I think, when I was finished studying. And when I did the music course, I never went back. I did a postgrad certificate in media law, which I was really interested in because of the connection with music. But I still might go back to law because there are areas like that affect musicians that I'm really interested in. But
I was just going to say maybe music law. Maybe music law.
The thing is
very
that
very specific, of course.
I know, and everything would have moved on a lot since I studied. So I want to go back and really get my head around it all again. But I still am really good friends with all my friends who did law with me in college. So I'm aware of how intense it is. So I really don't think I could juggle that and my music at the same time. So I just said, okay, while I'm relatively young and have the energy to just do this, I'll just go for it for a while.
And rightly so. You're doing so far so good. You're doing a mighty job. Yeah, a mighty job. I know it's these days, of course, everything is kind of on standstill and on standby.
It is,
it's hard work. But you have a little part-time job in between. You were saying, and that kind of up you had.
Well,
taken over.
Working in a restaurant, which is great because I'm out meeting people a lot. So I really felt like actually my performance skills are really down to working there as well, because you're just talking to people all the time on the spur of the moment, and so it does really help them when you have to get up on a stage.
Yeah, indeed. My friend Ron that I interviewed yesterday is here. He just said we need this here too, a music lawyer. Smiley face. Yeah, I co-wrote with Ron, so maybe that's his hint saying he's going to sue me. I don't know. But, he's looking for a music lawyer anyway, Ron. So hopefully that's not a hint that he's going to fight me for royalties or something. I don't know. But lots of great chatters and people here on the live stream, folks. If you just tuned in, we're talking to Gillian here, and it's she's a great singer-songwriter. Gillian Tuite here on Raving with Rua, and we're going to have another song from Gillian. And what are your memories of meeting me for the first time in Dublin and going, well, who the hell is this guy? And what were your thoughts when I approached you on recording a song in Dublin that time? Do you remember much about it? I
do, yeah. Well, I remember that it came through Charlie, so that was straight away, anything that he's into is going to be really good. Okay. So, I know I was in good hands. And then we were in the old storehouse, I think, in Temple Bar, wasn't it? And it was just such a lovely setting. We were in a little snug bar. We recorded the video, and it was just really, really cool. And I had found out that morning that I was on the RT playlist, so I was just buzzing. So everything was going to go right that day.
Yes.
Anyway, so
you were in the thick of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I dragged you in at lunchtime or something, didn't I? We had a small window to work, and you were on lunch break or something like that.
It was I think it was just a really sunny, lovely day as well, and Aoife Lee was there.
Aoife Lee was there as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and get Aoife to do.
We did a gig together recently as well. So I've been seeing her a few times recently. She's
another great artist. Did you meet at Ballyfermot Rock School, or was that?
No, that was the first time we met, actually.
Oh, was it? But
through Facebook, you kind of feel like you know everyone, but you don't really. So that was the first time we actually met in person. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was through Ballyfermot. Because I think she's She's been there. She was a student of Ballyfermot as well,
Oh,
as
she
far as
might have
I
been.
know.
Yeah, it's been
I think
running for a
that,
long time. A lot of people have passed through. It's a really great course.
yeah. Um, oh, I was thinking about it myself when I lived in Ireland in my youth, but I never made it that far.
Not too
I said I
late.
was going off to be a rock star on my own. I said I don't need any college to show me how to be a rock star. I'm going to do it on my own. Well, so tell me a little bit about the background of this song, please. It's a gorgeous one.
Yeah, well, I actually wrote this one when I was in the rock school. Anyone But You, is that the one you're talking about?
Anyone but
Anyone
you,
But You.
yeah. This is our RWR Room
Yeah,
Rambles session, yeah.
so it's on my first EP, which is about probably 7 or 8 years ago now. Actually, I recorded just after I finished in the rock school. But the great thing about that, in particular, after coming from the law degree, was that I really got to concentrate on the songwriting. I think that was the first time I was in an environment which was really creative, and all the influences I had up until then kind of just combined and started pouring out, and I found kind of a sound that I was starting to get kind of comfortable with for myself.
Yeah,
So this one, it kind of has those finger picking influences in
it
it.
does. I was going to say what I love about this actually recording is that it's, even though the other videos we have are kind of produced and they're, but this is just real and raw. You and your guitar sitting at a bar singing a song,
Yeah,
and I love the atmosphere in it. So let's give it a go,
sure.
folks. This is Anyone But You, and we recorded this for the Rural Room Ramble sessions in Dublin. What was the name of the bar again? Give them
The
a
Old
shout.
Storehouse.
The Old Storehouse. So give them
Yeah.
a shout out. Gillian, here we go.
People in this room start to fade. I think they know none of them compare to you. They don't come close
And there's her smile at the
It's
end
like
of it.
a blast from the past there.
That's a blast from the past. Do you get tired of hearing how good a singer you are? Everyone is saying on the chat, amazing voice, which you have.
Thank you.
It's just, yeah.
I probably
Embarrassing you again now, I'm sorry.
No, it's funny. It's like when Tom was interviewed the other day, you're saying, you're critical of yourself, and it's hard to you're always wanting to improve. So it's just like on to the next thing, So it's nice to look back and go, oh, that was actually all right.
And that's on, yeah, well, absolutely. But that was on your very first EP, you said, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to get that digitally, is everything linked? Her website's there, folks. GillianTuitemusic.com.
Everything is on my website. Just it's nice to have a website to have everything gathered in one place. But then it would be on all the streaming platforms as well. Yeah.
And of course your Facebook page is there, folks, as well. If anyone wants to stalk her
or say hello,
say hello. Exactly. But the main one is the website, of course, and all of your music is probably all available digitally. Is it as well as?
It is.
Brilliant. Yeah, cool stuff. What's your guitar that you play right now? I like to just talk about people's guitars and if there's any story behind them.
It's over here.
You gotta grab it there if you can. Look out.
It's a Tanglewood, and I'm not really into gear as such. Like I don't even know that much about it when people ask me, but I've had it for 20 years. Yeah. So that's the one on the recording there. But then in America, I used one of Tom's lovely Martins to record in the studio.
You couldn't go to Tom's place without picking up one of his beautiful Martins. Yeah, I was talking to him about his guitars the other day as well on the stream, and he's got a huge collection, and I'm envious of his guitars. I absolutely am. But so what else is going on with you? What's the recording plan or the writing plan, or is there a plan, or is everything kind of on hold?
Well, I guess it is now, but I'm looking at finishing my debut album, I suppose. So, got 3 songs recorded, including the two singles I released last year. One of them was Something We Should Try, and I suppose that I had a trip scheduled to Nashville, as I mentioned.
You're meant to be there now, no?
Yeah, well, I'd be home now. So, in a way, I'm kind of happy because I'd be at home now going, oh, that was over now. But it's not over because I haven't gone yet.
No, you can still look forward,
I'm looking forward to it. So I did have some co-writing scheduled, though. So I'm looking at hopefully doing some of that long distance and then just recording and doing everything maybe in the one trip the next time.
And you'll write from there to Nashville. I mean, you're going to co-write everything apart from maybe with something with Charlie.
I have a few new songs with Charlie. So it just I'll try and get the songs together first, and then maybe have some to choose from, and just see maybe which songs work best together. Keep working away by myself, but co-writing is very possible by email. I mean, myself and Charlie have only written by email, even though we're in the same country. That he just prefers to have some more time, as I do as well sometimes, to just process
less
ideas.
Pressure,
less
pressure when you're in the room looking at each other's face, like, come on, what do we do? Although that can work to your favor too.
I do like it that way as well. I do.
Kind of keeps you on your toes, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you can kind of see from the other person's kind of facial expressions and stuff like that. You can read better, how the song should progress or what the other person is thinking as well. If there's all those options are available. So the plan is to just keep working away. Brilliant. But I know a lot of people have said, like, even though we have the time to write now, it's hard to maybe get your head, because it's such a strange time that maybe your head might not be quite ready for being creative, which has definitely been the case with me. But the guitar playing is always open there for me to explore, and ideas can come just from playing around with the guitar then sometimes as well.
Yeah, you really do. It's really great to see you focusing on the playing as well as just the writing. It's a great thing to see. A lot of people kind of neglect that a little bit sometimes, but it's great that you're delving into different possibilities. Did you try any open tunings or anything like that, or is it mainly fingerstyle, mainly right stuff?
Not so much just yet, apart from maybe playing a couple of Joni Mitchell songs. But I have been watching some interesting stuff on playing dadgad and things like that. So I would like to explore it a bit more. It's really interesting sounds, and breaks you out of your comfort zone, I suppose, a little bit as well. I'd like to explore a little bit more more Irish traditional
Check
music.
out
I
my
think I
little,
would tell.
check out my little partial capo. I'm going to plug my partial capo video there. There's loads of things you
Okay,
can do
cool.
with leaving certain strings open, just using a capo. You don't have to detune your guitar. So that's an interesting thing as well, where you can just kind of leave strings open
Yeah,
on your
I have
neck,
seen
and
that. Yeah.
you're getting open tuning sounds on a standard tuned guitar. So yeah, if that
Yeah.
interests you, you could have a look at that. There's some quite simple things to do with a full capo. I mean, just leaving off
Okay.
some strings. That could be something that would interest you down the road. I get the plug in for that.
I would check that out.
Yeah, there's a
Cool.
beautiful video and song that I found here from yourself, Ghosts in Lonely Halls. It's from Sessions in the House. I think the YouTube channel is called Sessions in the House, which is a brilliant
Yeah.
YouTube channel as well. And you have some great musicians here with you as well. Tell us a little about this song.
Well, this song was on my first EP as well, actually. But I did record it again in Nashville, so I hope it's going to be on the album. But I was asked to go up, and play for Sessions in the House, which I was really delighted with because they really do phenomenal stuff. So it's Joe and Donna Murray that run it, and it's just up past Belfast. So I had really good fun. And Colin Henry, who's on Dobro there as well, is a musician based in Northern Ireland. So I was really delighted just to get to play with them. The vibe was so nice, and their videos are just amazing quality. So yeah, that was a really exciting thing to do. Just breaking it down to, I suppose I had something maybe like, the show, the Transatlantic Sessions, just in mind, just a very kind of acoustic type video. Yeah.
It sure has that vibe about it. Absolutely has. And give a shout out to the musicians again. The bassist and vocalist is.
Yeah, that's Joe Murray. They're on bass and backing vocals, and he would have also recorded the song, and his wife Donna would have done the visuals. Donna Murray, and Colin Henry is on dobro.
All right, and is this your song or is it a co-write?
It's my song. Yeah, it's one of the rock school ones that I wrote back then. But I keep playing it as part of my set. It's just probably one of my favorite songs that I have.
It's a fantastic song. Folks, check out this Gillian Tuite and friends, Ghosts in Lonely Halls, and check out Sessions in the House YouTube channel as well. Beautiful stuff on there.
Strangers who pass each other by, that is what we've become. Closed our eyes for too long to realize what we'd done. Fading memories, ghosts in lonely halls. I was yours, now you don't see me at all. Things we forgot to say never mattered 'cause we had time. Felt so much love, but we didn't show it, we didn't try. Fading memories, ghosts in lonely halls. I was yours, now you don't see me at all. Now you don't see me at all. The cold, it came creeping in, and the silence said stopped noticing your smile, and you didn't need me around. Fading memories, ghosts in lonely halls. I was yours, now you don't see me. I was yours, now you don't see me. Always yours, now you don't see me at all.
What about that, folks?
Oh.
We've all been there, done that.
I just love
You
playing
don't
with other
see me
people. It's so great. You know, I don't
that's
get to, I play
just
by myself a lot, but like it's so nice to have musicians with you like that.
oh man, when I heard that song, when I played it for the first time, I had to play it about 10 times in a row. It's just one of those songs that sucks you in, and so beautifully shot as well. Sessions in the House is the YouTube channel as well,
Yeah.
folks. Yeah, it did. It just grabbed me. It's just, you know, Alison Krauss is in there. I mean, Nancy Griffith is in there. You know, Maura O'Connell. It just has the whole. It doesn't, to me. I mean, you'll never say that because you're too modest. But
Wow.
it has the whole package, and Sessions in the House
Thanks very much.
is based in Belfast. Did you say? Is it based in the channel itself? Is it based up the north?
Yeah, Castle Dawson, I think is the Castle Dawson, which is I think it was about a half an hour past Belfast, roughly,
Okay, so
maybe a
it's
little bit
up
more
there anyway.
when I drove up there. So they're based up there. There's a great
Nice.
scene actually up there for this type of music as well. So I've been maybe going a little bit more frequently.
Yeah, there are some. I know, well, the Belfast Nashville Songwriter Festival, of course, and Jerry Crean is
Yeah.
another great artist based up in Belfast, and I'm
Oh
sure
yeah.
he'd help you out find a gig as
Yeah,
well.
seen
You
him
know,
play
he runs
before.
some sessions, but he's a great songwriter too. So there's a few great names up there that I'm sure you could gravitate towards and find a way around the north. Do you do a lot of gigs in Ireland in general, or do you like to try and sort of come out America way? Have you been to Europe, for example? Gigged out here?
I not really, not like as in a scheduled tour. I mean, when I visited friends and played on those kind of visits, but no, I suppose I'm trying to think kind of outside the box now, like that. Like, what would I like to do? It's been mostly based in Ireland so far.
I've mainly been in Ireland. Is that north and
Yeah.
south now, or just generally around the Republic? Or?
Yeah, I suppose generally around the East Coast, I suppose. You know, the Midlands, were kind of where I'm based, and Dublin.
Yeah.
But as I said, I kind of discovered Northern Ireland. So I suppose the good thing about putting music out there is I've made more connections with people in different parts of the country. So hopefully it will lead to other opportunities.
And when you've played out in Nashville, did you get a chance to play any of the big, like the Bluebird Cafe or any of the big places? Or?
So I suppose that I've kind of played with friends or been asked
Yeah.
up kind of with friends when I've been there, because my visits have been to Wright. So one really cool venue was Douglas Corner, which is a really established venue for songwriters.
Yeah.
So that was a cool place to play. I went to a lot of gigs when I was in Nashville. Actually, I made sure to do the rounds and went to the Bluebird and went to the Grand Ole
Beautiful.
Opry, and yeah. So I hopefully we'll just keep getting opportunities if everything gets back to normal and get to play in some of these places.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Any wild stories from Nashville? Did you accidentally bump into Dolly Parton in the supermarket or anything like that, or not really?
Oh, I do have one actually. Yeah. I went to see the Punch Brothers play, and I was in a group of people that included like an 8-year-old girl. I think she was 8 at the time, from Italy, who was a huge fan of the Punch Brothers. So they were getting her backstage, but because we were all part of the same group, we were kind of all shepherded backstage. And I ended up standing on the stage in the Ryman Auditorium, which is like the most iconic venue for me of all time. And yeah, then I asked Chris Thiele, well, would you mind taking a photograph? So I have a picture of myself with Chris Thiele from the Punch Brothers on the stage at the Ryman.
At
So
the Ryman.
that's pretty unbelievable. Yeah, that's a
There
wild
you
Nashville
go.
story.
It's a pity we don't have that photograph here, but we might have to add it into the comment section later on. That photograph when
I'll find
when
it
we
for you. Yeah.
reshare this. Yeah, stick it up
Yeah.
there later on when this is all edited up and out again in public. But yeah, that's a cool story right there. Now, yeah, at the Ryman as well. My, super cool. I have another song before we wrap it up, and
Brilliant.
it is "The Way You Smile," and I love
Oh,
this
yes.
too. You wrote this with Charlie.
I did. Yeah, we wrote this just before I went to Nashville last summer. So I recorded it then very shortly after we wrote it. And yeah, just love the vibe of it. It's kind of about, you know, meeting people in person and just really enjoying their smile. It's as simple as that. So when we were coming up with an idea for the video, then I worked with Charlie a little bit on kind of, you know, getting a concept, because I knew I didn't really want to do another movie type video, because there's quite a lot involved in that. So just something as simple as pictures of people smiling, and I put a call out on Facebook, asked people to send me photos, and also looked for photos of people interacting with smiles as well. And a guy called Declan Cassidy edited all the photos together in a really lovely way for us. So there's really lovely movement through the video. I can't help but smile when I watch it. So hopefully it has an effect on everybody else.
Yeah, the smiling photographs was a great touch for the video, really was. And so big shout out to Charlie McGettigan, co-writer on this song, folks. Check out Charlie McGettigan's music. If you don't know Charlie McGettigan, you don't know what you're missing. Wonderful songwriter, a national treasure, really. This is called "The Way You Smile." Gillian Tuite and Charlie McGettigan co-writing. We'll finish off with this song.
I'd like to get to know you. I've got some thoughts to show you. Why don't we linger for a while? I wonder what's beneath it. I hope you might reveal
Big smiles.
It's so cute. I know a
That's
lot of
so
those people as
lovely.
well,
Do
actually. So
you?
yeah,
What a great
yeah, I do.
idea for a
Yeah, yeah,
video. Really beautiful. What a great song. And well done, Charlie, and you on that. That's just yeah, another classic song. And I love the musical turns in there as well. It's just so clever. Yeah, really great.
yeah. Well, that's another recording that Tom produced as well. So he's full of ideas.
It's full of ideas. Yeah, he's a clever
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Mr. Yutz, I know you're watching this.
Is he watching?
Probably. But I'm so jealous of Mr. Yutz. He say, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have my Martin shirt on for him and everything. Look, because I knew he'd probably watch this back later. But he's brilliant. What a great producer and musician. But you're so fortunate to be. You're in the right camp there. Tom Yutz, Charlie McGettigan. You can't go wrong.
I know. It's kind of, I pinch myself a lot, to be honest. I think, sometimes you wonder like how to make things happen. But I tend to go to a lot of gigs and I've been fortunate to kind of meet the right people, or by going to things that I'm really interested in, then maybe something
Yeah.
comes out of it later. So, well, I wouldn't be actively, I'm not a very good networker, I don't think, and that I wouldn't be actively putting myself in situations thinking I must meet this person or that person. But I've been lucky that it's happened by just kind of, I suppose, follow my heart, to sound a bit cheesy, but
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 that's it. That's exactly
yeah,
it. Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do it with all your passion and love,
yeah.
and it'll come full circle. And it's very clear that you do that, and I love what you do, and keep doing what you do. You're very good at it, and I wish you
Thank
all
you.
the very best.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for being here today on Raving with Rua. I know I enjoyed it very much, and I know that the listeners did too. So
Thanks
thanks
for
for
having
that.
me. It's been great. It's really fun. Thank you.
Not a
Hopefully I'll see you
problem.
again soon, somewhere in the world.
Yes, I'll come over and we'll do another song. Perhaps we'll do. I'll nabby for another
Cool.
Rua Room Rambles. Who
Okay.
knows? The very
Sounds good.
best.
Yeah.
The very best to look,
Okay.
and a
Thanks.
very happy Easter to you. And I'll see you down the road. Okay.
Thank you. Same to you. Thanks everyone for watching.
Bye. Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Bye.
you everybody for tuning in. So there you go, folks. That was Gillian Tuite, the wonderful and talented Gillian Tuite. There, lots of live viewers as well. Coming in from all over the world: Ireland, Belgium, Germany, yeah, and indeed probably Nashville down there in the background as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It was a very enjoyable broadcast, and lovely music from the great Gillian Tuite. GillianTuitemusic.com will give you all of her links, all of her music. Have a happy Easter, what's left of it. I'll see you next time on Raving with Rua.